What's going on, everybody? Look at this beast we have here today. Isn't that a beaut right there? That's a 1983 Suzuki LT125. Now, they made these in 185 and 125. Some have had big racks on it. Some of them look like this. Now, this one I got was in the dirt, did not run, and it was in pretty poor condition. Now, as you can see on the side cover here, I just took the gas and spilled it all out from the fuel pump once I got it working again, and put my own fuel pump in there. You know, luckily things are pretty cheap. They're like 20 bucks for the fuel pump. But I cleaned the carb on this guy. I also got it running via, I think it was a spark plug. I had to do oil, you know, the typical things to it, but the carb was really gross. The fuel pump didn't work because it was all grimed up, full of gel. I don't know if anybody's ever seen the water mixed with fuel, but it turns to like a gel type of liquid. So the fun fact about this quad, they made these very early in the game, 1983, I believe they started, which is right around the time where they were making three-wheelers in unison with the two-wheelers. Now, three-wheelers obviously came first. These guys came afterwards because they learned that although three-wheelers were good at certain things, they weren't good at a lot of things. But unfortunately, this one doesn't have any suspension at all. Let's show that underneath. Right there, no suspension whatsoever. So these were not very good at high speeds. And hilariously, this thing goes very fast for what it is. So it's only 110 cc's technically, which I'll show you. Let's see, right there. So 110 cc's, essentially. It says, you know, 1100 milliliters, but you know, that's like an oil type of thing. But on the jug, it'll say the actual cc. This one is technically like 125, but really it's not. On the jug often it'll say it. That's actually the milliliters for the oil, but it should say 110 as well, cc's. Turns out that's more like 179. I don't know why they rounded up in a weird way like that, but they always did it back in the day. Maybe it seemed like it was a little bit quicker. Who knows? If somebody knows what the deal is with that, drop a comment in the comment section below. But anyways, back to this quad. So I actually have a title for this quad, which is even crazier considering how old it is. But this one pulled out of a barn, didn't run, you know, didn't drive, pushed it on all four flat tires. The tires kind of are full, but you can see they're really old and dry rotted knobbies. But it's all original. The rims are all original except the seat cover, which is, what is this? A Suzuki seat, C-E-T? It might be. Again, don't think so, but I believe that was just a, you know, reconfiguration of a seat that somebody just basically bought and then upholstered on there. I normally do it. I didn't do this one. It's also missing like an on-off switch or a key. I don't think these had it because my Honda 4Track 70 doesn't. It's just got this on-off switch here, which I believe it could be for the light. It did run, it did work initially, but now it doesn't anymore. But anyways, I want to showcase kind of what these do, which isn't much different than what you're probably used to seeing. But I'm not going through any mud with it today. I just don't have the attire on for it. But I'm assuming this will go pretty decently through the mud with these big knobbies. It's very windy out today too, unfortunately. And I don't want to get stuck with it because I don't know the condition of how this runs all the way. So, fun fact, the carb is original, but I had to replace this little plunger because it was missing it. Also, these had reverse, whereas the Honda 4Track 70s did not. So this had an up on that, but Honda 4Tracks 125s had reverse and front suspension. This has got no suspension. So, let's take it for a spin, see how she does. Also, a crazy fun fact about this too, once we get it started, hopefully it starts. Oh, please start. There we go. Fun fact about these as well is you don't shift up, you shift down. That's the craziest part about that. Like, there's first gear, which is up, and then second gear is down. Third, fourth, and fifth are all down. These are all down. Like, why? Why on earth would they do that? So, let's go around this little circle for a little bit here. Have some fun. Actually, another thing is, I'm going to switch this off, switch it back on. And we're back. And the reason why we're back is because I had to turn the Hyper Smooth on because this did not have it. But anyways, if we click up once, we're in first gear. We go, you know, a couple miles an hour, but we can't click up anymore. Isn't that weird? But if we click down, we're in second, third, clicking down. Whew, the no suspension thing is tough. Fourth, clicking down. Fifth, clicking down. So technically there's 5 gears. We're not going to roll around this field. But these little rocks that would normally be no problem are big problems. I can't take this off any jumps. Like right here, could go down the jump. Because boy, this thing is a rough ride. You can probably see it on the camera. And I'm feeling it. Being a little bit older, your back does not reward you for driving on things like this. As I mentioned, you can get up and down hills and through mud with this, as long as you have good tires, which this has. But I'm not going to go too crazy. Oh, here's another kicker. There are no front brakes on this. So I'm just using the rears. It's weird not having a lever right here either. So I'm going to click up to go down in gears, and then we're going to hill climb. So there's the mud pit down there. We're not going to do that. We're going to hill climb with this little guy. Here we go. So the video is deceiving. Oh, this is a very, very steep hill. That's very washed out right now. But we're making it up here, no problem, which we won't with any quad really. But here's the funny part about this thing. It's actually really fast being 5 gear. First gear, from what I read, is more of a towing gear than anything. But who the hell would want to tow with one of these? So we made it up the hill, no problem. So what I'm going to do too is a full speed run as well, top speed I should say. So we're back in neutral. Let's roll the top speed of this bad boy. Now that the carb is completely cleaned up, I'm going to take out my old trusty speedometer. All right, GPS. Let's just test her out too. All right. So let's just make sure she works. Yep, perfect. So we're gonna record. All right, we're recording. All right. So let's see how fast we can go with her before she shuts off. It's got really old gas in it too. So down for second gear. We're gonna start second. Third, fourth. Woo, it's getting sketchy. Good. And that's all we got. But this is really fast. Oh my God. We're a little, I think what makes it feel faster is the fact that there's no suspension and we're so close to the ground. All right, let's click up again. All right, let's click up. Oh, not what I meant to do. All right. All right. What are we thinking? I think 41. 38. Let me decline my neighbor. 38 miles an hour. That's what our speed is. So, yeah, I mean, that's really quick for this little guy. How many of you were right? Leave a comment below if you knew what exact speed. So now, We're gonna have a little more fun with it. You know what? You know what I'm gonna do? Something stupid. I'm gonna go through one of the mud pits here. Now this does not look bad, so I'm gonna do it. Hopefully it's not that bad. All right. All right, it doesn't look too bad. All right, let's do it. Oh, that sunk in pretty good, actually. Not bad. So I got pretty good tires with this, so we're not gonna do too bad in this mud. All right, so let's do another thing. We're going to put it in reverse, because this has got reverse, and we're gonna go right back through that mud. So down we go again into gear 2, into the woods. All right, let's go back through the mud. There's my other tracks right here. You can see these tires are really good. And we're gonna go through the center this time, because we're stupid. Not too bad. Okay, all right, we actually floated right on top of it. That's pretty exciting. All right, let's give some final thoughts about this bad boy and relive all of our childhoods. Chances are you're watching this because you've owned one of these in the past. So that is the 1983 or 1984, whatever one you want it to be, Suzuki LT125, no suspension, 40-mile-an-hour beast. And we had some fun with it today. I had fun restoring the thing, you know, most of the way. I'm not going to go crazy with the restoration. You know, what you see is pretty much what you get. And I hope we'll enjoy this in future generations to come. So anyways, if you liked this video, please like and subscribe for more content like this and showcasing all of these old ATVs, as you can see previously on my channel, and also coming up for other motorsport content. So anyways, guys, catch you in the next one. Take it easy.